Hi everyone, this is Erin from Sandpaper Road, and today I want to show you this amazing, neat die that I picked up from PaperTrey Ink, and it makes these really cool baby cards. Look at this. This is it's a onesie card. I just made it. It's a girl first, and then I'll make, it's a boy later. But look how you open it, and it's the onesie. Oh my goodness. And it was so simple. And I thought, well, I think I'll just show you guys how to make that. So, and this is the die. It's a really neat die. Just onesie shaped, but then it's got this line on top. Now, I do want to mention that in the making, when I am filming this video, I am in no way affiliated with PaperTrey Ink or any of the companies that you see. It's just what I was doing today. And so I just wanted to share it. So, first of all, I'm going to just jump right in and get started. So I'm going to move these to the side, and but I will kind of keep them handy, maybe off to the side. Okay, how's that? So that we can sort of take a look. And the die we'll use throughout. But first we're going to start with a piece of, this is rose red cardstock from Stampin' Up! And we're going to cut it right at the 4 1/4 mark down the long way, and we're going to fold one this way and then leave the so it's a top folding A2 size card, and then we're going to leave the other one blank. Now you're also going to need a sheet cut the same exact way of white and cardstock, and it can be it doesn't have to be super heavy because we're going to do a lot of layering, but you will need a piece like that. So I've kind of shortened these steps sort of like how a cooking show does, just because I want to get to the actual card part. Now this, let's see, what will we do first? To create these dots right here, I really didn't, I suppose I could have gotten some dotted paper, but I didn't have any at the time. And all I had was this Happy Birthday die by Doris. Well, it's not a die, it's an embossing folder. And I thought, well, maybe I'm going to put this up to the side too. I thought if I could just use that idea, or use that whole thing. Here's my Sizzix machine. And we're just going to run this like this. We're going to put it right inside the Happy Birthday paper. Okay. And, oops, if I would remember to put my other plate on. That's real smart. Okay. And then we'll have this like this. Okay. Now, we can move that, and we're done with that die for now. Next, what I did is, with the single sheet of the pink, well, the rose red, then I cut one from the shape die all the way through, just like that. Some people use washi tape to secure down their dies. I don't usually, only because I'm not that patient. Sometimes I do, but today I won't. Okay. Any shaking that you see is not because of the machine. It's actually because this is not the table I usually use to do my die cutting on, or my embossing or anything like that. I usually use the table behind me. So it's not the machine at all. This is actually a great machine. So then you have a single side of this, okay? And we have our Happy Birthday there. The Happy Birthday, again, we're not doing anything with the birthday. We're just having it there because I wanted to use those dots. Then, this is the part of the die that I like. So you take the card that we've made, okay, and you line up the dotted line so that, just so that you can see through it to the other side. I might not pick it up on the camera, but I think if I show you a variety of what's behind the die, you'll be able to see that compared to this, if I move it just up, then you can see what's on the other side. Okay, just barely, and make sure the sleeves are lined up how you like it. Okay. And that's important that you make sure, like when I just put it down just now, I see that I can see some pink through it. And you definitely don't want to see any pink through it. Okay. I'm holding the plates with my thumb just to get them going. And you might find you need to do it 1 or 2 times. It just depends. Okay. That might be all is that all we're done? Oh no, we have to do one more. Okay, I was about to say. Now what you'll get is you'll get a cutout card. Hopefully it cut out all the way. I should have probably run it a little bit more through. I did it like a bunch of times on my other table. But now look, now this doesn't look real good right now, right? Well, what we're going to end up doing after this is what we'll call like our top panel. And we'll decorate our top panel and then we'll adhere it on top of this like that. And then that way it'll open. We'll not adhere up here. We won't put adhesive up here, but then when we open it up, the whole onesie will open up like that. It's just so cute. Now, we'll take oops. This should be our last time now with our cutting machine. Is that a little bit better? Of course, at the end of the cutting machine demo, right? And now we'll put this piece down and just cut out, oops, oh my goodness sakes, I almost had it turned the wrong way. There, just like that. Okay. This may not be how you die cut. You might be a little bit more precise. You might use washi tape. I make so many mistakes and I go so fast for my own self and I'm impatient. So that's just the way I do. Okay. So we end up with this. Now see how this is kind of cutting on its own? That's fine. As a matter of fact, look, that now good. I don't have to use scissors. And that's just because I didn't use a very strong cardstock. Now certainly if you're using 110-pound cardstock or something, you could go through and just with your scissors just cut that right off. Now you don't have to do this. If you have a full dotted die or some other textured die, or I keep saying die and I mean embossing folder, wherever it went, this embossing folder, not die. But if you have a whole thing that doesn't have a space cut out of it, certainly you could use the whole thing, okay? And you know what I'm actually going to do is just kind of clean that up a little bit because that looks a little raggedy to me. That looks a little bit better. But I did keep the little border on there. It does have a little border. Okay, and that's that for that. We're done with the die. We're done with the embossing folder. We're done with all the scraps of paper for now. And, well, keep the white scrap because you'll need it to stamp on. Okay, and we're done with the machine. I know there's another piece in there. Okay, and then what we can do is at first, let's see what order we want to do this in, and I'm going to sit down. Well, at first, let's just adhere this on. This is just the panel. And so we can just adhere this on the panel. I have a nice fresh roll in my ATG gun. I love it. Someday I will do a video on how to load the ATG gun. But not today. Not today. Now I'm adhering this just right on top. And then the same with the other piece. And you just use whatever adhesive you like. Just like that. This one you probably have to be a little bit more careful as you're using the top. And now we have this space in the middle, which I liked. And then I had this Gable Green from Stampin' Up. It's a older ink pad. And I just went around the outside just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of color. I did learn after doing a few of these that it was easier to do this now than later. So if you're the kind of person that thinks, oh, I like to ink at the end, that may be true, but there's kind of a lot going on with this one. So my recommendation is to ink it now. And while you have that out, actually, you can, with your scrap of paper, this would also be a good time. Let me just put that there for now with this. That would also be a good time to do any stamping that you want to do. And I had these stamp sets, and I used the It's a Girl. This is from Stampin' Up, and I used the It's a Girl stamp. And then this one is also from Stampin' Up, and I used this one that had Introducing Our Little Bundle of Joy. And for that one, I found a rose red ink to do that as well. And then when I stamped those on my scrap of paper, I did it ahead of time because really I just wanted to do, I just wanted to show you. Then I used this rectangle die. It's got a stitch in it. And then this one is I guess a scallop circle. And I cut them out with my Sizzix and did the ink around the edges there on this one. I don't know why I didn't do it on that one. I guess I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like it, and I don't have to if I don't want to. So there's where we have that done. And then I took a piece of foam. This is like a foam sheet, a piece from a foam sheet. I use these pretty often. And put it on the back of my It's a Girl. Did I do this first or not? I did. I did do it first. Okay, I had to remember. And then I put it on the panel pretty close to the, let me scoot up a little bit so you can see. I put it pretty close to the top and edge. Okay, just like that. Now, oh, I'm going to need these scissors, but I may not need this just yet. So let me move ahead. Now, for this ribbon, I have this, I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know. I just had a ton of it, and it was yellow. So I snipped off some ribbon, and then I made a double bow with my fingers. And I am not going to go slow, but I will, some other time I will go through and do a double bow, maybe tutorial, okay? Hold, and then I went like this, and around again, and through, and I'm hoping that this goes like normal, of course, now that everybody's watching, right? Through to the other side, all right? And then under this piece, through, like that. And then pull it tight. And then I made this double bow here, and tried to get it off my fingers. Oh my. Of course, I do all this other stuff ahead of time to save you time. But there. Okay? Just like that. Oh, that one came out nice. I did find that this kind of ribbon works pretty well with this double bow thing. And then I just went snip here and snip here. Oops, let's see how we want to do that. Yeah, like that. Okay. We'll throw this piece out. On the back, this is the same piece we've been working with, right? The single panel. Then I'm just going to put some random pieces here and wrap this around the front just like this, even overlapping, because it really doesn't make a difference because I can see through the ribbon. I certainly wouldn't probably, you know what though? I don't like it quite that high. Let me do this. That's a little bit better. Ooh, and I put too much of it back there. There, that's a little bit better. I mean, I didn't quite do it quite like that on the other ones. We're just going to give the illusion that this goes all the way around and ties in a perfect bow, which in card making world and scrapbook world, we do a lot of hiding in our craft. Now, look what I did up here. I just want to say that I put so much adhesive up here, and I forgot that I don't want to put adhesive up here because this part's going to stick out. So just, that's kind of my cutoff line. That's what I'm going to say right there. But I do want to be pretty generous because I'm trying to hold down the ribbon and the panel. Okay, now with that, I can stick this, right? This is the folded card that we did. And look, I can stick it right on top. Just like that. See? Now just because you can see, I don't know if you can see a little bit of adhesive sticking out, I can just rub it with my finger. It comes right off. It's no big deal. Okay. Now I have, what just happened to my, oh, I have a glue dot that maybe I want to go right there on top of that ribbon. And now I can stick my ribbon right there. Oh my goodness. Yep. And now I can put the panel on the inside with the baby girl announcement. Just like that. And that's it. Isn't that great? So you can get this die at PaperTrey Ink. And I know I got this at Pat Catan's a while back. Glue dots you can find all over the place. Inks, Stampin' Up, and paper. And the Advanced Tape Glider by Scotch. Tim Holtz scissors. Ribbon, I don't know. I've had it for a long time. These are the dies. I truly don't know where they came from. This is I'm not sure. I've had it so long. And I suppose I use this one. But anyway, that's what I used. So thanks so much for watching. This was just a little quick video, but I was having so much fun making these. I thought, I just want to share with my YouTube friends and family how fun this is. So if you like these videos, please make sure to subscribe and check out Sandpaper Road on Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook. And if you're interested in shopping, check out Sandpaper Road at Etsy.com.